Dexter!
Blood. Sometimes it sets my teeth on edge.
Oh.
I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, you put some work into it.
A little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, not
just
much.
A little bit.
Way better this week, huh?
The shows?
Yeah.
You think it was actually better, or you think you liked it because they released 2? First, why did they release 2? What's it called? Dexter
Original Sin.
Original Sin.
I don't know why, but I wasn't mad about it. Were you mad about it?
Why did they release 2 episodes of Dexter Original Sin? Not mad. Show snob. Don't miss out. There's 2 new episodes of Dexter Original Sin. Hey, Dexter fans, how are you feeling about a new prequel series, Dexter Original Sin, so far? The first episode and show debuted last week on Paramount Plus and Showtime. This means that we have a new episode to look forward to this time around. It's not 1, but it's 2. Episodes 2 and 3 released this week, so you've got back-to-back premiere this week. Now, depending on whether you choose to watch the killer series on streaming or on television, there's 2 different release dates for you. We found that not to be true. They're not having different release dates.
They were supposed to, though, originally, right?
I mean, I'm just going at my wife just goes to Apple TV and gets it through there. How do you get it?
I get it through Hulu.
Oh, okay. So maybe it's
but either way, just 2 episodes popped up, and I was like, "Hey, dude, there's 2."
The new episodes drop Friday, December 20th. That's today. While those of you who watch on Showtime will have to wait until Sunday, December 22nd at 10 p.m.
Hey, also, I was looking at episode 4, and apparently that comes out at 11 p.m. on the 26th, which is a Thursday.
Oh.
Which I also think is weird.
Yeah,
11 o'clock my time, which would be 9 o'clock your time.
Oh, shit. Yeah, here's the schedule.
Oh,
let me send you a let me. Oh, here, I'll share it.
Put it up. I'll put it up.
Yeah, this is crazy. I wonder what the logic is with this schedule here. So the finale is February 10th.
So, no, yeah, it says 27th there, but I saw on Hulu it comes out on the 26th. And, yeah, it makes no sense. 2 episodes, and then 1, and then 1. And then a break. Oh, they're doing a break? Oh, 1 week break. That's fine.
Where do you see that?
January 17th.
Oh.
What's happening that day?
I don't know. Maybe is that the Super Bowl weekend or something?
Perhaps. Isn't that usually in February, though?
I have no idea. And then episode 10, the finale, I'm sorry, is February 14th. It's not really clear why Paramount decided to change up the schedule this way. Taking 1 week off really isn't a big deal. It just confuses things for us viewers sometimes, but that's what we're here for, to help you stay on track. Oh, so we can do it maybe something else that week, like a movie or something.
That'd be great. Yeah. We can watch Wicked too.
Okay.
Or Wicked, whatever. Isn't it you said you wanted to watch that, or is that someone telling me to watch that?
I don't even know what that is. Sounds scary. I don't watch horror movies.
Oh, it's not. It's a play, dude. It's like a very popular play.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. I watched The Lady Be. No, I'm not interested in watching that shit at all.
I'm not either, so it's fine.
I was listening to one of the stars be interviewed, and she said that because the book, the word queer is used in the original book so many times, it's great that we're celebrating queers. But when it was used in the original book, the word queer meant strange. And she didn't realize that it had a different definition. Like, she was going with the modern day definition of being gay. And I was just like, okay, I'm not spending any money watching retards on stage.
Did you keep up with any of the stuff in relation to Snow White and how like nobody wanted to go see the new Disney movie Snow White because the chick was, she was talking about, first of all, the dwarves.
Yeah. I didn't need
I don't remember exactly what the nuances were. Yeah.
You know, that really hurt too, because that was the big-headed chick who plays Wonder Woman, who I just find just incredibly attractive.
It was not Gal Gadot, was it?
Yeah, I think so.
No way.
She was in it.
Snow White?
Yeah, I think.
No, you're wrong. I'm looking up because I know you're wrong. Snow White.
Clock says he's still watching episode 2. What the fuck?
Yeah, because I think we started early. It's Rachel Zegler. And that is not who.
Gal Gadot.
That chick is not Gal Gadot.
Hang on. But, yeah, but Gal Gadot's in it too. She is the mirror on the wall. She's the wizard prince, whatever.
Oh, she is in it? All right.
The evil queen. She's the evil queen.
Oh, yeah, she is. The chick who looks like Bethany Shadburn.
And I saw them being like, in an interview, we don't need a prince to save us.
That's the entire point of Snow White, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't she like sleeping and the prince saves her?
Yeah.
So how does she wake up?
Her pager goes off.
There's a pager in the episode of Dexter.
Aha.
Is that one of the quiz questions?
Uh-huh.
It's a beeper.
Hey, I
Did
wonder
you ever have one of those?
Of course. I wonder how and you know, I lost a handful of friends because they would say, I paged you. Well, why aren't you calling me back? And I'm like, hey, dude, my pager's for me to decide who I want to call back. It's not a leash for everyone out there just to summons me.
Do you ever have a girlfriend like that?
No, I'm too old. We didn't do that back then.
You just said you had friends who would do it with your pager.
Yeah, those
Ever
were
had a girlfriend that would do it with like a pager or maybe a giant brick phone?
No.
You didn't bring your giant brick phone with you? How am I supposed to talk to you?
I never the first one I had was like a Nokia, one of those little Nokias.
Those were the best ones.
Yeah, that was a great phone.
I remember they were giant, and for the longest time, they're trying to make them as small as they could. And now they're huge again.
Yeah, I only got the Nokia when it was tiny. And you could text on it, but it took forever.
And then they came out with the Motorola's with the big ass keyboards.
Yeah, I got a
Or BlackBerry.
I got a BlackBerry.
I feel like you were one of those people who kept it as long as you could. You didn't want an iPhone.
The BlackBerry was amazing.
Do you have the stylus and everything too?
No, I didn't like the I had a stylus. I never used it, but I just liked it that you could touch the keys. Hey, still to this day, my keyboard on my iPhone, I type so fast, no word is ever correct. And the autocorrect is horrible. It is, for all the innovations and smart things we have, I would say less than 50% of the time Apple gets the word right.
I was typing something on Instagram and it was meant to say Hyrox and it came out to graph or something. So Hyrox isn't even a word that the iPhone recognizes yet.
Oh, that reminds me.
Did you ever use T9?
No.
Do you know what T9 is?
No.
Oh, dude. You are old.
I don't know what T9
T9 is when you had the 1 through 9 on the cell phone. And like 1 was ABC, 2 was DEF. And you would type in like what the letters were and it would guess the word. And it was pretty good.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Keypad.
I remember something like that.
But maybe you're not that old.
I remember something like that. I think the big phone, the really big breakthrough phone before the iPhone, besides the BlackBerry, there was this one called the Motorola Razr.
Yeah, that phone was great. I had a red one. It was sick.
Yeah, and the campaign behind it was nuts.
And the internet connection cost you an arm and a leg.
I don't know.
To download anything.
I feel like someone's always paid for my phone bill.
What's the biggest thing that you picked up on in these 2 episodes, if anything?
Right. I don't know, but just right off the top of my head, when I was watching it the whole time, I'm like, I wonder if Hiller notices all of the nuances of things that were around when I was a kid, like those Levlor windows, the things that people eat.
You mean like how he pulled it and they all open at the same time?
Yeah, the glass. Yeah, every house had those. Those were popular.
He like reaches over and he opens the window. Yeah, I noticed that.
Pagers. There were so many time. They do so well with the time stuff.
The show.
Yeah, they do so well. Like I feel like I'm in like 1989 or 1995. It's crazy.
I think it's supposed to be the 90s, right?
Yeah, it feels like I just graduated from high school. Orange Julius. Do you know what that is?
I know it was a very popular drink, but I don't think I've ever had one. But I know they mentioned it, her and her friend.
It was crazy. It was like the first Jamba Juice, dude, and every mall had one, and it was like a secret blend, and your mom would take you there, and it was supposedly healthy, but it was just orange juice with a shitload of powdered sugar in it. You know what I mean?
Was it good as hell?
Oh, it's crazy good.
It'd have to be with all the sugar.
Yeah, it was nuts.
But no, I've never had one. No ice cream in it. It was like a shake or a smoothie.
Honestly, I don't remember. It was a secret proprietary blend of garbage. Probably high fructose corn syrup. But it was like huge back then, like Jane Fonda.
And it's not around anymore. The things that I was surprised were
Never
around,
seen
she's
one.
throwing all the junk food on the counter and she's talking about like Mrs. Fields. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Like my first like serious girlfriend was a Mrs. Fields chick. And I would always go there and she'd get me a bunch of cookie dough.
Yeah.
She'd go to the freezer in the back and she'd get me like the big ass bag
Yes.
of Mrs. Fields
Yes.
cookie dough.
I think I had a girlfriend like that too who worked there, now that you mention it.
It was fantastic. It was Mrs. Fields and there was something else on the counter there.
What's your zip code?
60515.
60515. I'm searching for an Orange Julius near you.
I don't think that they'd have one. Do you have them by you?
It says temporary closed, the one in Downers Grove, Illinois. There's one in Westmont, Illinois. There's another one in Downers Grove, Naperville, Woodridge, Illinois, and Wheaton, Illinois. I guess they're still around.
Is this true? Orange Julius had great pizza dogs as well.
Yeah.
Ick.
950. I think mine's 95073. There's 0 locations near me.
Do you think we dated the same chick?
No.
No. Her name was Haley.
No. But
No.
she did give
That's your wife's name.
She gave great back massage.
Mine gave great hand massages.
Hand massages. I like hand massages.
Hand massage. She said she did. I don't really know if I agree, but she would proclaim that she had or did.
You ready for some questions?
Ready.
Episode 2, episode 3. Well, let me ask you the first question back that you asked me. What did you notice? What's your big takeaway from these shows?
I had one.
What was it?
When they do these flashbacks, they have a very similar filter on them. Or a LUT or whatever you want to call it. But then like within that, the kids they show when they're doing the whole Laura Moser flashback and they're on the porch and Brian's looking at him, it's like that they're a little old. And that was like one of the major critiques I had the last time we were talking was the.
You mean when they showed when she introduced Dexter and Brian Mosier to them?
Yeah, the continuality of it's just a little wacky.
By the way, I think I noticed something in this episode that you didn't notice. And I'm not talking about something obscure like what kind of phone he was using or something like that. I saw something that I can't even fucking believe I saw.
You're going to have to try. Are you talking about the fact that Brian walked by him at the kitchen table?
Holy fuck! Holy fuck!
Hey, that's got to be his brother because this fits the timeline in which he would have gotten out of the insane asylum.
But that didn't even make sense. What was his brother doing at the rest? Oh, that's crazy. Okay, we'll get to that.
Right.
We'll get to that. That's crazy. You know that. I just go, Haley, I'm going to say something crazy to you, but that was Brian Mosier.
Well, dude, it was so out of place. Like, why would that dude come up and talk to him? Why would they include that? There's no reason for it. He's sitting there at a table, and maybe it's the friends bit, right? Because he goes into that a little bit. He goes, I don't know why I'm sitting here with my friends.
Yeah.
And first time ever. Maybe that, but it was still
Dude,
weird.
you barely get a glimpse of him. And if you didn't know, if you hadn't watched the old Dexters, you wouldn't even know.
Right. Well, but we kind of covered that the first time through. You can't really be watching this without having watched the others. You might have any idea what's going on.
Yeah, wow.
And there's more of that, dude. Yeah. Everything, dude. The thing that I tried to pay more attention to this time would have been the songs that were playing. Because I'm like, and to that, the end of season 2 or episode 2, that song with Alice in Chains, that was great.
My buddies I remember my buddies had really low ceilings. They went to UC Berkeley, and when I would visit them, they had really low ceilings, and it was and they smoked a lot of weed. And I just remember sitting there, and we'd walk in their house, and they'd be on the couch just hitting bong rips, playing Alice in Chains, like that song on repeat.
I've seen them in concert. That song.
Yeah. Didn't the lead singer die of heroin?
Couldn't tell you.
He's someone famous by himself. Alice in Chains band members.
Dead.
Mike Starr, William Duvall, Sean Kinney, Mike Enns, Lane. No, I guess I don't know.
Says his name is Lane, and yes, he's dead.
Yeah, two dudes are dead. I guess that's not who I was thinking of.
He killed himself, says Clock. Clock is up to date on his. I like Alice in Chains.
Yeah, they're cool.
I remember about 2 years ago, maybe 3, Alexis and I were at like some grilled cheese restaurant. and she heard the Alice in Chains "Man of the Box" song. She goes, this is pretty good. And
The
I go,
song.
yeah. And she goes, is this new? No, it's not new. And then after that, they played like some Deja Intentu song. She goes, this is good too. Is this new? I go, no, every song is from like the 90s, Alexis.
I don't know who that is, Deja Intendu. You know music too?
Not really. A little bit. The stuff my dad used to listen to.
I noticed how buff Dexter's looking. He's walking around vascular. He's doing that thing where he waddles sometimes, like really buff guys do, like the fucking Gracio Rubio.
Fantastic posture.
Yeah, great posture.
Great vascularity in the forearms.
Yes.
Not that jacked. But,
hey, I think he's thick, dude.
They talk about his butt. The chick is into his butt.
Yeah.
Right?
He's thick. Did you think that chick was hot?
Nah.
No.
Nah. Okay. Do you think she is?
Yeah, I just thought she had.
You and I have different definitions of hot, though.
She had youth. She was glowing, great skin.
I think I was listening to do you know who the More Plates More Dates guy is?
Yes.
I think maybe it was Chris Williamson. You know who that is?
Yes.
He was talking on his podcast and he goes, chicks are always chasing youth, and like that's their definition of beauty. So I guess there's something in that. You think she's good looking? She's youthful.
She has youth. Yeah, all young people. As I get older, all young people look like I'm like, man, they don't even know.
She was a 4, keeping it real.
She was a 9.
And you also think Sporty Beth has the best tits in CrossFit.
That's correct. That is correct.
You'd also have to make the argument that she's in CrossFit.
That's correct.
which she is not.
I don't know if I can make that. Was Miami Metro Dexter's first job ever?
Damn. See, I want to say no, but I have a hard time saying no, so I'm going to say yes. It was.
Yes, correct.
Because I can't think of a single thing, and he also paid with that $100 bill, and he's like, I got a job, but I don't know if he said first job.
When in that opening scene when he's sitting there on his desk and he's like in heaven, like spinning in his chair or whatever, slowly, or the camera's going around him, he says something like, something about this being my first job and my best job or something like that. So that's the only job. I think that's the only job Dexter's ever had.
He got really into the swing of it really quick. Like he walks into a crime scene. I go, hey, this dude barely had any onboarding. That's how it seemed, at least, right?
Yes.
And then let them wander around.
I was. There does seem to be. There's some things you have to accept that are interesting. You have to. I thought there would be more talk about the code,
which there's barely none.
Yeah, very little talk about the teaching of the code. I thought so. Maybe we're gonna even have a younger Dexter where he learns the code, but then I guess there wouldn't be any killing in it. And there's very little talk about Masuka's not training him. He's already seems like a boy wonder kind.
Zero training. That's the thing you have to accept, right?
Yeah.
Where the hell did that come from? He's an intern who knows how to do the job already.
Yeah, he's already just like calling shit out.
And then they make fun of him.
So you saw this. What was Dexter given? A work pager or a work phone? You saw that.
Pager.
Okay, here. This one's tough. This is a 2-part question. One I know the answer to. One I don't know the answer to. What's the blonde lady's name that's Dexter's boss in the lab?
I even made I had to think of it. I had to like associate it with something because I knew I'd forget. I want to say Tina, but it's not.
Close, dude.
Tiffany?
No, you were closer before.
What is it? Does it start with a T and it's 4 letters? Because that's how I remember shit, and it always pisses me off how close I am.
5 letters. Tanya.
Damn it.
I mean, that is close.
That's my lifelong issue. I will always remember the letter and about the number of letters. That's so
crazy.
Dumb.
Your brain organizes stuff like that?
Yeah. So if I forgot your name, I would think it was like Samuel or something.
Wow. That's impressive. I don't even run that software.
I don't know what that means, but it sucks because I'm usually really close. It's funny for conversation.
Will Tanya be killed?
Will she be killed? Yeah.
Yeah. She has to be,
right? We don't know the answer to that one.
But do you think she will be?
It's interesting that there's like no mention of her at all anywhere, and also the captain, right? Like, what happens with the captain?
What do you mean? There's no mention of her anywhere
in seasons 1 through 8.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so she can't be around very long, and the captain as well. We know he gets replaced by Matthews at some point because that's who the captain is in the newest season or the season 1.
Unless that is, that's not Captain Matthews, is it? I don't even know.
The reason, like somewhere in these 2 episodes, they mention it's not Captain Matthews. I think.
I didn't think LaGuardia was cast very well.
I mean, she looks like her.
She does? Okay.
No, how do you figure? Because I think she was.
I don't know.
She is kind of bitchy the way LaGuardia is. She looks a lot like her. She's a younger version of her.
Batista's cast like, yes, yep, holier than thou.
That's all LaGuardia stuff. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
and that was what I thought you were gonna get. So when we decided we would do this, sit down, talk about movies, TV shows, and whatnot, I knew you'd pick up on all the political stuff. And she goes down the whole, it's not what you saw, it's what I saw. And I go, someone's going to notice that.
Yeah, there was the DEI moment.
Uh-huh.
She was complaining because all the cases they were investigating were white murders, and they weren't investigating any of the black murders. And the captain was basically trying to explain to her, hey, it has nothing I mean, I'm reading into it a little bit, but it has nothing to do with the color of their skin. It has to do with the fact that we have resources, and these cases that are lower on the priority, we don't have as many leads on because they're in neighborhoods where we can't talk to people. So she's like, I'll talk to them.
And then she immediately makes a point of it, and she gets a lead by having done that path, right?
Yeah.
So I knew you'd notice that. On an unrelated subject, that Luigi guy, they're trying to get him killed, right? That sentence. The CEO shooter dude.
Oh, I don't know. Is that what they're charging him with? Death penalty?
You know more than me, so I don't know.
I haven't been following that case.
But if you do a similar comparison to this LaGuardia thing, it's like, haven't there been people who have murdered numerous people who don't get the death sentence? So why does this guy kill one CEO and he's going to get killed?
Right. Well, I mean, to have that evidence is pretty compelling to just shoot a guy in the back.
So you've got to kill him. It's an eye for an eye
at point blank range. I mean, well, it's just going to be really easy to convict him of first degree murder.
But you can do that with a lot of people who have. There's so many people multiple do.
I think what happens to a lot of people is they say stuff like, "Well, we don't because it has to meet certain criteria to be first degree murder." So like it can't be like, "Hey, we got into a fight and then I'm in the middle of the fight." Like it has to be planned and premeditated. There's all these rules you have to jump through to get the maximum penalty.
Look at that. It's terroristic. Alexis, it's funny. So Alexis had her shoulder surgery, and she's going through her United Healthcare at the moment, and they're like trying to not accept her claim. And I'm like, yeah.
Hey, does that mean she'd have to pay for it out of pocket?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's how that works.
How much would that be?
$16,000.
When they're at the waterfront restaurant, a guy asks if there was an open seat at the table.
Yeah, that's Brian.
Yeah, so I don't.
You know Brian's other name? What's Brian's name when he's first introduced in season 1?
Start with a K?
No K.
Don't know.
It's like Wheel of Fortune. His name's Rudy.
Oh, yes. Hey.
And he was a something prosthetic.
So Dexter's going out to lunch with the cops after like some investigation thing. They're going to lunch. Why would Brian be there? Is that just them doing a nod? Did they just put Brian in there so that people who've watched the show?
We don't know that's him, right?
Like 100% we don't know, but I mean, you and I both saw it and are like, oh shit, that's the actor that played the brother.
It looks like him.
Yeah.
And it couldn't be the actor, right? Because the actor is probably Dexter's age, Michael C. Hall's age.
So do you think it was nothing more than a nod to the people who watched the first 8 seasons? Okay, yeah, that's cool.
Gotta be. I don't think he's coming back around. He can't. I mean, he doesn't make up an appearance until episode whatever of season 1.
Well, we also saw a little kid version of him when Harry drops Laura Mosier off at the house. We see a young Dexter and a young Brian.
you want to see what he looked like in the other? Look at this. So this is what I was talking about earlier. This is what he looked like.
Yeah. Oh, I see. And now they're both a little older.
Yeah. There's Dexter. What's up, dude? There's Brian. Yep. Looks just like that guy, but that's the one.
Hey, I thought it was interesting. I became more attracted to Laura when they first showed Laura at the drug bust.
As a crack whore?
She was a ratty little crack whore. And then by the end, she's like a sweet piece of ass.
Yeah, because she starts taking her clothes off piece by piece.
Oh,
They doll her up a little bit.
yeah.
And she's no longer a crack whore, it appears.
Right. She's got a babysitter.
For an extra hour.
Yeah. Hey, and that was interesting. That made Harry more dignified than they paint him in the first 8 seasons. They tried to paint him as a guy who just fucking was basically railing all of the all of the informants. Like he just fucked any informant he could.
Yeah, there was that one chick that Deborah was talking to that said he slept with everybody. The short chick, and I don't remember her name.
Okay. There was the food that the food.
How do you feel about this comment?
Someone, you think everyone is hot? Everyone. I just thought of someone I didn't think is attractive.
But you won't say who it is.
Nah, I probably shouldn't. She looks like Shrek.
I love Shrek.
She's a CrossFit Games athlete.
2024?
Yes.
Looks like. Oh. Yeah, probably don't.
All right. Okay. I don't remember. Look at Kip and Real. Do not say it.
What is this? Who is Shrek? Oh.
I think Craig Ritchie's chick is hot.
Have you ever seen Shrek is Life? Yeah, Jazz. She's good looking.
Yeah.
Better looking now.
See me since she got the hammers?
I got a thing for fake boobs though.
No, there you go. It happens.
It's like if you're a 7, you become an 8, so on and so forth. Right.
Fake boobs are like beer.
It depends though. They got to be tasteful. like she's right on the border of being untasteful.
Who is?
Craig's chick. Jazz.
No, really? They're
like great the way they are, but if they were a little bigger, it'd be like, huh? And maybe not a little bigger, but if she had gone another like 50 cc's, it'd be too much.
They're called. Do you know anesthesiologists and plastic surgeons? There's this. If you go over a certain size, they're called money makers, and it's basically you only get these sizes or bigger if you're using them to make money.
Interesting. I did not know that.
But I think what's her name?
Jazz?
Yeah, I think definitely hers are being leveraged to make money. Like in thumbnails and shit.
I would do the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, why not?
Pretty sure I have done the same thing.
No judgment. Oh yeah, you didn't. You did a whole show with your girlfriend's wearing a wife beater with her nipples hard.
Yep. I'm like, hey Alexis, you see this? She goes, yep. I'm like, all right.
I didn't hear a word of that one, and I watched the whole thing. I don't remember Sun Smiles. It's what they fed the kid that was in captive. It was like Lunchables. Do you remember those things? I was like, you do remember those?
No.
Oh, remember they fed that tray of food with the grapes and shit? I'm sure that's something from my generation too, but I don't remember.
It's like a Lunchable.
Yeah.
Have you seen the MrBeast ones?
No.
They got a whole bunch of crap for trying to make a healthier Lunchable, but it's not healthier. But it's just like a Lunchable. It's like the Sun Smile deal.
Oh, Jesus.
And when you go to Costco's also got their own version of it.
Yeah.
And Ritz does as well. And I used to get Lunchables, and they used to be like gold when I was in grade school. Like you could trade your Lunchable for whatever. Wow. Somebody could bring like a filet mignon meal, and you could trade your Lunchable for it.
When I was a kid, they just had this little plastic thing, and there was a stick in there with some crackers and some peanut butter. And you ripped it open, and then you took the red stick and you smeared the peanut butter on the cracker.
Yeah, that was good too. That was all right, but it was nothing like the cracker with the cheese and the ham circle. Like, damn, that was good.
The MrBeast ones come with a diddler, Dan Guerrero. Wow.
Yeah, that tranny chick, dude.
Hey, have you started watching MrBeast's new show on Amazon?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
Got paid like $100 million to.
No, he did not.
Yeah, that's over $100 million budget.
He got paid that to do that?
Yeah.
Is it like it's just on YouTube, right?
It's on Amazon. It's his first show. It's his first show like off YouTube, non-YouTube show.
But it's on YouTube, isn't it?
Oh, is it? It's an Amazon show. It's an
Yeah.
Amazon production. They've been talking about it for a while.
I know I heard about it, but I didn't know if that was it. Yeah, it's on YouTube. It's got 56 million views. 2,000 people fight for $5 million. That it?
Wow. Oh, and is it like some? Yeah, maybe.
It's
How many
24 minutes
people?
long.
How many people fight for $5 million?
How do I pull this up now? There you go.
How many people fight for it? Oh, 2,000 people fight for $5 million.
Have you ever seen the thing where if you take your hand right now and cover up his mouth, like go to the screen like this and cover up his mouth,
Yeah.
and just look at his eyes and see how it doesn't look like he's smiling anymore.
Wow.
There's like this phenomenon where none of his pictures, his eyes don't move.
Is he on Botox?
No, people say he's insane.
Oh.
And you can determine it by covering up his fake smile. Like you can do it on any of his thumbnails.
Was he really? Did he do a video with Rolando?
Yeah, he did. That one did pretty well, I believe. This one, 161 million.
Those thumbnails are hideous.
They work.
I guess so.
So who's the real loser? It's us.
Hey, click on that 2,000 people fight for $5 million for a second. I want to see.
I am sitting on $5 million in cash and competing for it. Open the gates!
Oh, so that's probably really is $5 million.
That he's sitting on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or wait a minute. No.
I am sitting on
Look at the security around it.
It could be. It reminds me of Squid Game a lot. Did you watch his Squid Game video? That was a great video.
No, but I heard it was great. I heard everything. I've only watched one MrBeast video, and he dug a hole in the ground and then drove like crazy shit into it. It was nuts.
The trains and stuff.
Yeah, it was nuts.
I watched a lot of these, but I didn't watch. I stopped there. You can see where I watched a lot of these. I don't care about the cave. I kind of stopped watching them. They got kind of obnoxious.
What about a stopwatch? Say that again.
They got obnoxious.
Oh.
This one was funny. He spent 7 days in solitary confinement. He starts doing CrossFit in there.
Oh, he does?
I don't know if he mentions it, but I know I made a spoof off of it saying that he was doing CrossFit to keep himself entertained.
Who films it if he's alone?
He's got cameras like lodged into the walls, and his buddies are watching it from like some other room.
Wow. Okay. The daughter's friend pawned something off for her. The daughter's friend, you know, when we were talking about whether it's hot or not, pawned off an object that she had from her grandmother to buy a pair of sunglasses.
It was a coat, right?
What kind of coat?
Damn it, I don't know. It was some. I don't know. It's like a fur
Mink
coat.
coat.
Damn.
Mink coat, yes.
That was gonna be what I said. Fur coat, but I didn't know that for sure.
What did Deborah cook the dad for dinner? The dad and Dexter for dinner.
Tofu kebabs.
Damn.
Hoping that it was hoping it was a ribeye, thinking it would be chicken. Got tofu.
Now this question could be considered petty, but it's an important character. What's the lady's name in the record room?
Camille.
Wow.
Camille?
Yeah, Camilla. Yeah. You're on a roll.
I got them all so far. They're just easy this week.
What was the Miami murder solve rate?
18%.
Dang.
Slightly worse than 1 out of 5, as they said in the show.
Right. Yes. In the courtroom, the captain says, if he's not guilty, and he said a famous actor's name. It's an actor from my period when I was a kid. He was in Cannonball Run. Great movie.
That doesn't help.
Great movie. I saw it in the theater probably 20 times.
It wasn't. Oh, fuck. I don't know if I'm going to know it. What is it?
He was in Smokey and the Bandit. He drove a Camaro.
Ryan Reynolds.
Wow. Wow. I'm going to give that to you. Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds is the fucking dude.
I'm giving that to you.
And Deadpool. And also, I've never seen any of those movies.
Okay. Dexter eats a donut in the show. I don't ever remember him actually eating donuts in the first 8 seasons.
He was a clean jelly bean. No.
So why did they?
All he would eat
Why?
would be like sandwiches. That's all
Why
he would
would
eat.
they? Did that kid? Did you catch that too? He took a bite of the donut, and I was like, "Wow, I don't ever remember him actually eating donuts. I just remember
No,
him
that's
serving
not
them."
something I thought. But he eats. The only time I remember him eating junk food was that he was sitting at a picnic bench with the Trinity Killer, and he was eating a Snickers bar, I think.
They do. It's interesting. They do make him seem one of the continuity in this movie. He in this series he has a ravenous appetite, and there was a lot of eating in the first 8 seasons. A lot of at restaurants. Like you always thought he had a big healthy appetite, but he was always so thin and svelte.
Well, he never sleeps. He's always moving.
Yeah.
And he's working out quite a bit. I remember he was hanging out with Jordan Chase, and he was just running with him. He's like, "This is whatever. Why are we doing this?" I was thinking, not many people could just jump in with somebody who runs all the time and run with them.
Right. Why don't you think that they've showed us his martial arts training?
That's a huge miss, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because he fights the fucking big ass Latino dude, handsome Tommy, handsome Timmy, handsome whatever hell his name is.
Tony Ferrer.
Handsome Tony.
Yeah.
And who knows?
Tony's big, dude. Tony's a big boy.
Yeah, dude. I wouldn't want to fight that dude. He looked like he was 6'3" and he kills people.
And it was the first show we didn't see the chokehold, but this one we did. And the half Nelson type
He goes for it right away and loses it and has to get it back.
Yeah, the rear naked choke. I found that to be I do find that to be a miss. Like there could be some cool scenes if they showed him training once in a while.
Like a Rocky cutscene.
Yeah, or just like a I was thinking like the Batman history, like the old Batman history where he's like, training.
The Christian Bale stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be awesome, but maybe they'll come to it, right?
I don't know. The fact that he showed a chokehold, it's bizarre that he went from doing such a sloppy attack on the girl in episode 1 and now he's doing a rear naked choke and putting the guy to sleep in episode 2.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. But damn, you're right. He couldn't even deal with her, and now he's taking down this guy who murders people for a living.
Yeah. Hey, I noticed that guy had a cut on his cheek, just like how they would do the knife, but he didn't do that, right? That was just in the scuffle?
It's from hitting him with that ball. Okay. Whatever that random-ass Hispanic sport they were watching was.
Yeah, so what did you think about the fact that he had that guy tied up in that venue? I'm like, wow, they're really asking a lot from us right now. To just
like no one's walking in here.
I was like, come on, people.
The lights are on, like at any point in time, like this is a good idea.
Yeah, why do they do that? I mean, I know it's dramatic, it's a beautiful shot, but there's like no way I can suspend my disbelief at that point. He's either just completely stupid. There's no explanation for it. He's just a moron. I mean, but we know he's not a moron.
This way in my head, he's leaving Harry, and he goes, "I got this. I know all the rules." And then I played it out to the next episode where he's like, "I had it. I don't know what I was thinking. I was in an auditorium. It seemed like it'd be such a funny thing if I woke him up with the ball slamming against the wall, and someone just walked in. Never saw it coming." It's like,
hey, and Harry should have known part of the code was to never make a trophy. He knows serial killers. The trophy thing is an interesting one too. The earrings, the making of the slides.
I wonder when that'll come to be, right? I mean, there's that scene where he's staring at the slide with not Tina, but Trish or Tanya.
Tanya, yeah.
Tanya. She's showing him some stuff, and he's looking at a blood slide, and it's kind of like his first crime scene. It's like he jizzes in his pants. He's like, "Oh my God, dead body, blood."
Yeah. I do like that, how excited he gets.
Yeah, and if I were one of his comrades looking at him, you'd think it was real weird. Like Dokes. When does Dokes come in?
Hey, do you think it's worth talking about who's better, this Dexter or the original Dexter?
Hey, this dude leveled it up in this episode, I think. He was good.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, I know it's a lot of the writers. The writers do a really good job, but the crocodile shoes into like the crocodile's eating him, and it's like circle of life sort of deal. That was kind of a funny Dexter style comment, but it came out of his mouth real well.
What floated up?
It looked like his arm with a watch on it.
That was a watch?
I thought so. Didn't that look like a watch to you?
I mean, I assumed it was a watch, but I couldn't tell. I saw it float up. I rewound it. It was dark. It had a light on it. So I was
Did you
like,
play anything out at that point? Because I thought like, what happens when the alligator doesn't eat this arm, and now they start searching the lake, and then they find the earrings,
oh,
and then the whole season turns into something like, oh, they're looking for Dexter the Kid, very much like they're looking for the Bay Harbor Butcher season 2.
yeah. So you think at some point they're going to go to that swamp and they're going to dig out and they're going to find like just carcasses in there because that's the second body he's dumped there.
Yeah, and like he stops doing it at some point. There has to be a reason he stops doing it.
Right.
It can't just be more convenient to take a boat out to the middle of the ocean.
Right.
Like, and if it worked forever, he'd keep doing it.
What was Tony Ferrer's job? His vocation?
He was a. Are you talking about how he gives money to people who don't a loan shark?
Loan shark.
They call it. Yeah.
Yes. So was Tony Ferrer was the first man he ever killed?
I mean, we saw the first chick, and then this is first man, but we never knew that.
All right.
I mean, I don't think we knew that.
Well, what was what's code rule number 2?
Code number 2. I mean, number 1 is don't get caught. Number 2 is shit. Don't talk about Fight Club.
You know it. You know it.
I know it. Like the second you say it, I'll be pissed that I don't know it. Oh, yeah, kill an innocent, right?
Yeah, never kill an innocent. What did Dexter eat at Tony's house?
Roast beef.
Yes.
That was weird. That was like, don't do that. Roast beef is gone. What's wrong with you? That's another one of those you have to suspend your belief things, right? Because I say that he walks away, the parrot, whatever. Like that's something you notice. If something's gone in my fridge, I'm pissed. It's like, where the fuck did it go? Oh, like had it okay.
I really like the parrot.
He lets it fly away.
Yeah.
You think that parrot survives on its own out there?
I thought that too. I was like, it's Florida. It does fine.
No, there's no way that parrot survives.
In Florida?
What the hell does a parrot eat by itself after it's been living in captivity for however many years?
All right, fair enough.
That's not what you thought? I'm like, that parrot's screwed.
Yeah, the animal abuse.
You think if you had a tiger for 5 years and you let it go into the jungle, it's just going to be all right out there? No. It needs you to give it like pounds of ground beef every day. No.
There was a... Thank you, Grant. There was when they looked at the book, there was a loan to Elizabeth Herrera. Do you remember how much it was for?
14,000.
11. There was a loan that was for 14,000, but not hers. Do you remember hers?
So what did you say? 11.
11.5.
11.5. There was one in there for 100 and like something thousand as well, right?
Oh, I didn't even see that one.
It was like low 100, like 100 and teens. I don't remember the exact number.
Do you remember how much he lent Dexter?
$500, but he wanted 300.
Nice. Hey, if Dexter knew he was going to kill him, he should have asked for 1,000.
He should, yeah. I wonder if he would have given it to him though. $500 back then is quite a bit, no?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be like asking someone for I don't know, $3,000 these days?
Yeah.
Like, hey, can I have $3,000?
Yeah, $500 would be like a mortgage, a monthly mortgage on a house.
No shit.
Yeah, back then, hell yeah.
So when you're talking 100,000 potentially, if I'm right about that, then it's $500,000-$600,000 he lent somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's no joke. I wonder if I can find that. That was in episode 3. I have it pulled up over here.
Oh, while you do that, I'll ask you another question.
Hit me.
How old did Masuka make Dexter on the fake ID?
24.
Nice.
And did you catch his name?
Yes.
Because I told you in the last episode that's what his name was.
Something Bateman.
Yeah, man. American Psycho.
Pat Bateman?
That's it, Patrick.
Patrick Bateman.
I like how he calls him Patrick's too. When he's had him tied up against the wall, he goes, Patrick, what are you doing? That's not Patrick, bro. That is not Patrick.
The code is also to make sure that you are different. The whole premise of the code was to make sure that you're different than the people you kill. That was that's a strong point to remember. That's like the code. And there's no mention of what's her name yet, right? Voberl. What's her name? Evelyn.
Dr. Evelyn Vogel.
Yeah, we haven't heard anything about her yet, right?
No.
Okay.
I wonder if we will. Because I guess we got to learn the fighting thing. They can still backpedal a bit. They're doing the flashbacks. I know you've never seen the TV show Arrow, but that's like I'm sure they do it in a bunch of TV shows, but outside of these two, I don't know of many where it's like in season, always a flashback. It's something Dexter did for a couple of seasons.
Hey, when Laura Mosier ripped open her shirt to show the drug dealer her titties, where was the wire?
I think she covered it with her hair.
Oh.
It seemed like she did that on purpose so she could control like where it was.
Yeah.
She did good there.
Yeah.
How old do you think she is?
I have fucking no idea, dude.
She could be anywhere from like 20, no, probably like 32 to 42, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
That's a great question. I have no idea.
Here's that scene. It's not really playing for me. I think maybe they fixed that. They're not allowing me to play it this time.
We talked about Dexter looking yoked and vascular. Oh, what did he make the cocaine with?
Caffeine and like something magnesium, right?
Benzocaine.
That's what makes it kind of sting, no?
Benzocaine is a local anesthetic that numbs pain by blocking nerve signals.
And you know how people say that's cringe? You ever hear that saying? That's cringe.
Yeah.
When they're like, "Oh, that's the good shit," I'm like, "Oh, I cringed." I'm like, "Oh my god."
I think the term "that's cringe" is cringe.
I agree.
Yeah.
But I totally cringed.
Yeah.
That was cringe.
Yeah, you actually cringed.
Did you not feel that? When the chicks are like all around the table.
Yeah.
They're snorting it, the stuff that he created.
When I was a kid, my buddy and I were walking in a field and we found a little vial of cocaine that was empty. And so we had a bunch of people over to his house that day and we filled it with just flour. We were probably.
Why would you do that?
What?
Like dilute it? Why would you do that?
There was no cocaine in it. It was just one of those glass vials that cocaine comes in, but there was no cocaine.
Okay.
And we filled it with flour. And I remember I don't know. Fuck, it was kind of sad. My buddy was there, who since has passed. His name's Teddy McDavitt, and I don't remember if we were in the 8th grade or what. There were 4 or 5 of us there, and we put it out to snort it. And my buddy Teddy started crying because he didn't want to do it.
So the flour.
Yeah, he didn't know it was flour. We told him it was real cocaine.
And you were trying to peer pressure him.
Yeah, it was funny. I didn't even think of it. I just thought it was funny. We're just hey, you guys want to do some cocaine? And we tapped it out, and he started just crying. I'm like, Teddy, it's okay. It's okay.
He didn't die as like a cocaine addict, did he?
No, he died poor guy died as an alcoholic, I heard.
Did you like think of that moment when you heard of that?
No, never thought of that moment until just now.
You should have had him take one of the tests from Sarah Cox.
Oh, before he did that? Yeah, DNA for addiction.
Yeah.
That was like one of those times when I knew I was a really fucking sensitive kid, because like he started crying and I wanted to start crying. It's like one of those scenes. What's that movie where someone vomits and everyone starts vomiting?
If I see throw up, I'll throw up.
Yeah.
I feel like that's Step Brothers.
It's like, motherfucker, you did this to him. Why are you crying?
I dated a chick who, if she heard someone burp, she'd throw up almost immediately.
Wow.
I couldn't deal with it. She embarrassed the shit out of me because my buddies would just burp and she'd like run into the bushes and hurl. like, Kirsten, you can't do that. Like, grow up. I can't let people burp.
I knew a girl, if you said the word snake, she got sick.
It's like she was hypnotized.
I don't know. Hey, there's all sorts of words like that will trigger people.
A lot of people, that word is moist. I don't really get it, but I think they do it on purpose.
What?
The moist thing, right? Just that word in particular, people don't like it.
Moist?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a nice word.
But
I think of a vagina when I think of moist.
Yeah. I like it too.
Yeah, I like that.
She was a 7 by. Just she was a 10, you'd put up with it.
Hey, but listen,
she was good looking. I'd say she was like an 8.
Who?
She was this chick that every time one of my buddies would burp, she'd throw up.
Oh, Think of the absurdity of that. Just think of the absurdity that if I said a word, it upset you.
And you dated her.
But I mean, there's who?
How long did the snake? Oh, you didn't date.
Oh
the
no,
snake
I didn't
chick?
date the
You
snake
just knew
girl.
the snake chick.
No, but dude, there's words that I could say right now that would offend all sorts of fucking people.
And what would happen? The snake girl would do what?
I think she threw up or something. But I was told not to say the word around her. I think maybe it gave her a panic attack. I was actually in Nicaragua or somewhere. We were giving vitamin A to malnourished children, and we showed up there in the middle of the forest of nowhere, right? And it was some Christian group that we were using as our base camp, and there was a lady who worked there. And when I got there, someone pulled me aside and they're like, "Hey, whatever you do, don't say the word snake in front of this chick. She'll have a panic attack."
What if there's a fucking snake? Look out for that thing!
Hey, what if
an elephant?
Hey, you're gonna die if you're fat. You can't say that.
No.
You can't call someone fat. But what if they're gonna die because they're fat? Just
Did you see that picture I put up today with those two different bodies?
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that's like that.
That was a little out of your lane for you, I thought.
What
That
do
was a
you mean?
little like
No,
not out
I'm
of your
diving
lane.
in hard to the fat people should know their fat thing.
Yeah, actually not out of your lane, out of your style. I don't know. I liked it though. I didn't expect it.
I have a history of doing that. Even when I owned the gym, like at a certain point, I would completely like turn off with people who wouldn't accept that fate.
I meant more like
something that you aren't going to work for. It bugs the shit out of me. I let them know too. I'm like, hey, you tell me one more time you drank this weekend, I'm not going to give you any advice anymore. You might find a new gym.
Wow. Your business partner loved you. Hey,
He had his own faults.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised how hard you go at Tanner Shuck too.
What a pussy.
I don't know why. I mean, I don't know why it just seems out of character for you, because you usually don't go hard on people.
Did you see the Matt Chan, Jason Khalipa podcast?
I did.
There's a handful of stuff in there where like Tanner Shuck's on his way to that end.
Yeah.
But there's just some sort of insanity to the I won Dubai in 2013 that just I can't let go of. My teeth are in and I'm just shaking my head at it.
I'm going to bring that up in the CrossFit Games Update podcast we do at 7:00 tonight. The Jason Khalipa thing and the and Dave Lipson, just people leveraging CrossFit, but like in a weird way.
Old. They don't know what they're talking about.
Like you don't have to.
Did you see the video I put up today? Wait, I put that little clip of Dave, and I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about. Like they do this, Tanner. Like,
yeah, that was a good video today.
Thanks.
I thought your title could have been better.
Yeah, could have been. But
that being said, the video was better than the title, so like it surpassed my expectations.
Better.
Yeah.
Better.
Okay. Okay, so benzocaine and caffeine boost. Yeah, I see what you mean now.
I knew you would ask that too, and I'm pissed off I forgot benzocaine. I probably would have done better had I looked it up and known what it did. Because I thought it like makes you sting, like snorting alcohol or something. It would just make your nose go on fire.
I didn't know what it was till I looked it up, but I did write it down. Hey, what was Dexter thinking trying to handle Big Tony by himself? Handsome Tony. That's another weird thing. Like, why did he think he could do that? Unless they're just trying to establish to us that he can beat anybody up.
This is how I liken it. If my dad trained me to be a runner and I'm like, I'm gonna go race this guy, I'm gonna fuck him up. Everything's on the line. Like if I lose this race, you might as well put a gun to my head. He better be so fucking certain with his fighting capabilities and like his preparation that I know that the guy I'm gonna go run, I'm doing a 5-minute mile and he's not beating it.
Yeah.
That's like the only way I could think about it, right? He must be so certain that this guy's running like a 7-minute mile. He's like, I got this. I don't care about, because he even presented it like that, right? Harry goes, this is going to affect me and your sister and everybody around you and us. Our lives will never be the same if you get caught. And he goes, oh, I got it.
Yeah. And he didn't have it.
Well, he did it. He had it. He did it, right? He did do it. He choked him out and he killed him.
But it got sketch.
It did.
Wasn't clean.
That's a similar word to cringe, dude.
Sketch.
Fair.
Hey, do you think that anyone evolves in this season? Like, do you think we see Masuka like lose his hair, or do you think we see LaGuerta get promoted, or some of the things that we know the characters
Oh, dude,
for
Laird getting promoted for sure.
for sure?
Absolutely.
And Christian Slater's character, Harry, Dexter's dad, likes her, but she's still like she's not accepting him liking her.
Right.
She doesn't want to be friends.
But she's getting promoted. There's no way.
You think in this season?
I don't know. I don't think they'll have a second one, do you? I mean, they fucking could. It's pretty good at this point. I'm pretty into it already.
There is a new Dexter coming out.
Yeah, that's the later one though.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a good one. That's the one I'm looking forward to. You start New Blood yet?
Yeah.
How's that so far?
No. I watched like 5 minutes of it. I just watched the scene where he's running through the forest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're playing Ramblin' Man.
With the gun.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was surprised in season 8 that I thought that the way I understood it is that he just drove into the hurricane. I didn't know that they were actually going to show you.
Oh,
him
the
as
part.
Yeah, him as a lumberjack. And I still don't know what happened to Harrison and Hannah.
They play that like sad song and you see him walking away after they read that newspaper article.
Yeah, but I'm hoping in this new season, Original Sin or whatever I'm watching, they're going to explain what happened to Harrison and Hannah.
New Blood.
New Blood.
Yeah. How did you like the ending of that? Because there's a certain consensus amongst people when it originally ended, like in 2013 or whatever. Maybe it was 2016, 2014. How do you feel about it?
I liked it.
Season 8, yeah.
I liked
I liked it.
I liked it. The only thing my wife said that she didn't. She's like, fuck. They could have brought Deborah back. Why'd they kill Deborah off?
Because that was the point. He had to kill everybody. He killed everybody he loved. It was great.
Except Harrison.
Oh, he got rid of him. Like, get away from me. I'm
like,
that was the whole idea. Like him and Hannah, like, oh, you guys are gone. I'm not killing you too. Like after he killed Deb, everything was done.
At the end of episode 3, what's the one we're watching? Original Sin. I am struggling with the fact that it shows the little boy walk around the corner and it sounds like he got murdered. The boy that they cut the finger off of.
Oh,
I am not liking I do not like little boys. I do not like the portrayal of kids getting hurt in movies. I fucking hate it.
Trinity Killer probably fucked you up then, huh?
I hated
when that kid was in the cement and he like goes in there and pulls him out of the cement.
Oh my God, I hated that.
Uh-huh.
I hate fucking grown men alone with fucking little boys in basements with fucking train sets and ice cream. I was like, fuck you, dude.
That's ice cream.
Fucking disgusting, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Elvira, the name of Trinity Killer's sister. He goes, call.
Keeping It Real gives it a 0 out of 10. Did you not like the last episode? Episode 8?
I liked it. I thought it
what was the consensus? Did people not like it or did they like it?
They hated it. They hated it so much that's why they think they brought back New Blood, right? I mean, in the modern era, that is, they create movies just to make money. Like, oh, we're gonna make Joker 2, and everyone sees that it's complete garbage, and they just try to make money on it. Dexter New Blood, they thought that they tried to fix the ending. That's another consensus thing, right? Like, oh, hey, it was so bad, we can do it better.
Oh, the New Blood being the one I haven't watched yet.
How do you feel about this?
What do you feel about grown men dressed in Santa suits at shopping malls?
How do you feel about that?
I don't know. I'm fine with it.
Have you seen the Terrifier 3?
Is that a horror movie? No.
Oh, dude, that'll mess you up.
No.
Oh, dude, you gotta watch Terrifier 3 now. Now that I know that about you and little boys, you'll never be the same. Like, why did Sevon shut down his podcast? Oh, he watched the beginning of Terrifier 3.
Hey, have you ever seen have you ever seen Dracula? Have you ever seen? Don't Sevon. Do not.
It's just like the first 10 minutes, and it's like, hey, Sevon, okay, he hasn't showed up here in a month.
Have you seen Dracula Untold?
Yeah. Actually, I watched that on a drive somewhere because you said it was good.
Did you like it?
I think I had to like pull over as I was gonna fall asleep. it was like really dark.
God, I loved that movie, and I cried like a baby in it. Luke Evans is in it. He's great.
Isn't that the guy who plays the Beast in the new Beauty and the Beast?
Oh, maybe he was. It
Or
says
is
he
he
was. In,
Gaston?
says he was in the Fast and the Furious. I cannot believe how good that movie is.
Is it? Oh, bro.
I'm gonna have to watch that again.
Luke Evans. Oh, this is gonna fuck you
Do
up.
not, for the love of God, watch any of the Terrifier movies. Okay, it's that bad, huh?
Oh, he's Gaston. Nice. Yep.
Oh, I'm gonna type in Terrifier just to see Terrifier 2016 Terrifier. Oh God, dude, the poster is horrific. American slasher film written and edited. Oh yeah, wow.
So here he is in the Santa costume. Yeah, I'll admit that this movie is pretty bad. I don't like it at all.
Like too dark?
No, it's just bad for bad. But it's so bad that people think it's good. Like I know people don't hold this to a very high like the Rotten Tomatoes anymore. People used to say that this is a good website, and I still look at it. But those are good reviews for a movie that's such shit.
Well, I just typed into Google Terrifier, and the first thing that pops up is Terrifier a horror comedy? And it says, unlike its successor, Terrifier is a serious, straight horror movie. There's no comedy.
It's comical how bad it is. But
it says it's not scary, but very unsettling.
I watched it last week, and I watch it with the same group of dudes. So me and a couple of buddies have gotten together to watch this thing a couple of times, and we're watching it. And my buddy goes, I wonder if they'll have a random shower scene where the chick gets murdered again. And within half a second, it cuts to a random shower scene where the chick gets murdered again. It was the funniest thing.
Is there nudity in it?
Yeah.
All three of them?
Yes. The first one's the one where the chick's hanging upside down by her ankles. And he takes like this big old rusty saw and he cuts her in half.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good at all.
I think I remember what movie did when I was a kid. I used to watch Scarface a lot, and there's a scene where someone gets chopped in half with a chainsaw in the shower.
How realistic did it look, though?
No, not real. They don't show you at all. They just show blood. Like the guy start the chainsaw and get close, and blood splatters everywhere.
They show everything in this movie, and I'd say it looks like 8.5 out of 10 for what I would assume would be real. I've never seen it before.
From puss to mouth.
Yeah, that's it, and it's gnarly.
Is it more unsettling than it sounds like it's more unsettling than The Boys, Amazon's movie The
Dude,
Boys.
it is the most unsettling movie ever.
Okay, yeah.
And
little kids get killed?
I guess you're going to have to watch it to find out.
Nah, I'm good.
Just the first 10 minutes though.
I'm good. I'm good.
So there's this scene and he's handing out Christmas presents as Santa, right? Because he's in the shopping mall. Yeah. He has all these kids these presents and they're running around and they're like, that's not the real Santa, because he's not, and they know. So he's leaving. He turns around, he starts laughing, and he's like a mime. And all the kids open up their presents and bombs go off.
Oh, Jesus.
But that's not the first scene. He doesn't just he kills multiple children.
Can he be killed?
No. I think he actually has his head cut off in the second one. He comes back in this one. It's pretty bad.
How have all these people seen it?
Because it's so bad you have to watch it. It's absolutely worse than Human Centipede.
Oh, keeping it real. Someone told me to watch Bone Tomahawk. That was a fucking mistake to watch too.
You watched it?
Yeah. I don't remember it too well. Joe Westerland told me to watch it, but I wish I wouldn't have seen it.
Have you seen a Serbian film?
No.
Because I haven't, but that's one of those movies that's in this camp, I believe, from what I hear.
I'll tell you in a fucking insane movie, one of the best movies I've ever seen. But no. Oh, wait, this is way better.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I saw it.
No.
This is way better than The Prestige. I'm telling you, it's a Korean movie.
Is it
I bought it on iTunes and sent it to
is it Train to Busan?
it's called I Saw the Devil.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
And I bought it and sent it to Adrian Bosman, and I just wrote in the note, I'm very sorry. And then he bought it for Dave and said, I'm sorry. Dude, it is so good, but it is like...
You can buy movies for people?
Yeah, on iTunes. I don't know if you still can. The movie came out in 2010. I mean,
It's called I Saw the Devil.
I Saw the Devil. Incredible movie.
2010?
Yeah, incredible.
It's all subtitles, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah. Holy
I'll watch this.
Yeah.
Are you sorry?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know what you're going to think. Hey, what was the other one you told me to watch? Sustenance?
Oh, The Substance.
Substance.
But, dude, you'll just like that one. And it's really good. And it's like the storyline's incredible. But then at like 80% of the way through, it just goes to shit. It's probably because the chick isn't hot anymore. But like for 80% of the movie, it's fantastic.
Okay.
It's like a 9 out of 10. So good. And then it becomes like shit at the end.
I like this show. It's just like hanging out with Grant and Kenneth and Travis.
Yeah. Yeah. It's great. And everyone's seen the same movies.
Have all these guys watched? Have you guys all seen what we're watching? Have you guys all caught up on Dexter?
Towards the beginning of it, they were saying that they were in the middle of it. It's like they were trying to watch it and then jump on the show. I think Clock was one of them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm so glad the first 8 series are over. Nothing. The new 2 that I'm watching now are not nearly as stressful. This new one is not nearly as stressful as the first 8 seasons.
I think it's going to get stressful soon.
It is?
And I think the stress is going to come from that lake with those alligators.
Yeah, I'm not stressed out at all. That fucking that guy in season 8 was stressing me the fuck out. Yates.
Yeah, but what is that his name? The brain surgeon's name is Yates.
Yeah, the son, Evelyn Vogel's. I think it's Yates.
Oh, dude. Did you rewatch the beginning of the Brian Friend, At Least Friendly Man in Fitness video?
No.
Because I told you that like there's that scene where he's like, I'm gonna kill you with that pen. Right?
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna play it for you.
I've been just watching my video I made about Craig Ritchie on repeat and just fucking.
Is that why it had 7,000 or 8,000 views?
Yes, I'm the only person to watch it.
They're all from you.
Pissing my pants on how funny it is.
Dude, look at this. This you're gonna love this now.
Okay, let's see.
Because you had no idea what this was the first time you saw it, but I thought it was genius, and it's all Dexter. It's a little bit.
Oh shit.
Would you like an officer with you?
No, I'm good.
Hit this button if you need us.
Got it.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit.
I wish I could blame you for everything.
Should have walked away.
Well, what you've actually done is opened my eyes.
What do you see?
A trail of blood and body parts.
But I would say that it's very rare to ever that you will see me or even hear a mention of me on anything that Morning Chalk Up is producing.
Yeah,
Hey.
I think that was it, but it's pretty funny, right?
Yeah, that's amazing. Hey, I love the scene where him and Batista and Quinn are watching the footage.
Yeah, and he's just sitting there in the corner, and Quinn's like, just like looking over his shoulder, like, "Hey, I was right about you being a killer, huh?"
How about in that actual scene, like he's like psycho and he stabs him, and then he sees the cops are coming, so he's like, "Oh," and he starts pretending like. But they don't show that in the video when Batista's watching it. I wish they would have shown that, so Batista could have been like, a little delay.
It's good. And like, you know what's actually cool about that, now that you're bringing it up, is how he, in real time, talks about how he's trying to fit in. And like, there's a lot of that in these second and third episodes. His dad's like, "Hey, blend in. Don't buy vegetables, you fuck."
Right.
Maybe that was Camille that said, like, "Here you go. You can't do that." She throws out the vegetables. But then he's sitting at the table and he goes, "You might have a myocardial infarction." He goes, that's kind of morbid. Like, that wasn't. He goes, "Oh, it's harder than I thought." He's like,
heart attack talk is intense.
"Yeah, I thought that too."
Yes. The old heart attack talk. Yeah, that'll be coming up again soon.
Hour 10.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, I thought it was good. Week
I would
4 coming up. Week 3.
I would like to invite you onto the CrossFit Games update show.
Should we send our watchers over to the Sevon podcast?
In 18 minutes.
We had 24 people watching right now.
Oh yeah, that's nice. That'd be
If
nice.
you're watching it at this point, last week, did you know last week we got 1,000 views
No.
on this?
Wow.
1,000.
Can I read that Kauaian calendar
Where is it?
in the comments?
Hawaiian. Where? Who said it?
It's in.
Yes.
I love these 2 episodes of Dexter Original Sin because that's like cause that's like before. Am I having a reading problem? Could you read that for me?
Yeah, it says that I love these 2 episodes of Dexter Original Sin because that's like cause like that before.
Oh no, I was reading fine. He kind of got a. Can you read that word for me?
Yeah, Truox.
Oh, he kind of got a. Do you know what that means?
No.
Okay. Me neither. He kind of got a true axe going and became the killer that he would become. Okay. Thank you for your contribution.
Wait, he's back.
Oh.
And then the idea is that 1991 and forensic blood work is not what it would be. This big mess thing is when they live with Dexter.
Oh shit! Someone already threatened to beat me up once on the internet today.
But he's got a point with this one. I know what he's trying to say here.
Okay, tell me. Decipher that.
Like he's going off and he's like the blood spatter, and they're over there like, yeah, gunpowder in the face, idiot.
Oh yeah.
What this calendar dude is saying is that he's got all this insight, and actually, if you watch New Blood, you're going to see that they bring in some guy from New York to analyze some blood. And
Okay.
Dexter's over there like shitting himself, like, oh god, this guy knows his shit. So it develops, is what calendar guy is saying.
Okay.
Calendar guy's like, yeah, it becomes a really big deal later, and like they don't give a fuck about it in this episode.
All right.
I
Okay.
believe.
Thank you.
Hope I didn't just read that wrong from Mr. Calendar.
All right. All right.
Clock got an erection reading that comment.
You made that hard for us, Kauaian. All right. We'll see you guys over in.
Is it true, Grant? You bought one of these shirts for $80 on eBay?
Wow.
That's kind of cool.
Wow.
Yeah, this is the OG.
Is that company still in business?
No rep.
The Noble.
I don't know. Oh, he said hell no. Damn.
Oh.
I think. But you did see one for $80 on eBay, is what you're saying. Are you looking it up?
I'm looking what I was just looking what Travis Bellinghouse just sent us.
Did you send me one? Oh shit. That's kind of cool. It kind of reminds me of what's that fast food place? Big Boy. You know Big Boy?
No. Oh yeah, the hamburger joint.
Yeah, for some reason it reminds me of that.
The one that Travis made.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to go. I have to get a little ready.
All right. Everybody, if you're here, subscribe and tell all your friends.
Yeah, please don't hesitate to subscribe.
And tell all your friends.
They're only getting better, and we'll start doing movies with nudity soon. This Dexter is just a passion project.
But during the pandemic, I watched a lot of movies. I had a buddy, and every single time he would take an edible, and he was convinced that I was just showing him porn. He goes, "Is this a porno?" And like sometimes it would end up being a porno. He's like, "Is this a porno?" And I'm like, "No, dude.
I do not condone watching pornos with other men.
We'd be watching like the Avengers." And he's like, "Is this a porno?" I'm like, "No, dude." But anyway, that's what we're gonna end up doing.
All right.
You'll take the edible.
We're a few years away from porn. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Ending stream.